Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It's Sunday once more, which means it's time for another episode of The Captain's Table. This last week, of course, was a holiday week. And I say a holiday week because the holiday fell on Wednesday, right smack dab in the middle of the week.
Found.
Because the holiday fell smack dab in the middle of the week, and because we were still in the process of finishing up all of our unit turns and move-ins, which we had a lot of, my schedule was a little bit screwy this week. Specifically, normally I get Sundays and Mondays off, but this last week I only got Sunday off, then I had to come in on Monday, my day off, but because of the holiday I got Wednesday off, and because I came in on my day off, I got Thursday off, which I normally don't get, and then I had to go to work for 2 more days. Now, that did partially throw me off for, of course, my release schedule, but it also worked out well. For those of you who watch, or I should say, listen to the World of Warships podcast, were probably pleasantly surprised to see me on this week's episode, or I should say, hear me on this week's episode of the podcast.
Research complete.
And that had been planned at some point. It just happened that because I got Thursday off this week, I was able to join them this week instead of having to make arrangements and show up at some other point in the future. For those of you who follow me on Facebook will probably know at the beginning of this week I posted a screenshot from the Community Assist app that basically showed my win rate in the game had utterly tanked. Between Sunday and Tuesday, I had effectively played about 100 games, and I think I had only won about 20 of them. So my win rate, kill-death ratio, and survival rate all tanked. Surprisingly enough, though, my average damage went up. This didn't make me happy, and it didn't make me want to play World of Warships. It also didn't make me want to record videos for World of Warships because I was in such a blind rage that I was afraid I was going to be entirely too focused on the salt and everything wrong with the game, rather than provide the excellent battle analysis that I know you all come for. However, starting on Wednesday, I did finally cool off enough, and I did finally start winning some games. Which is fortunate, because, as we all know, winning is the fun part. Killing noobs and clubbing seals is just an added bonus. Beyond that, nothing else too much going on in the world of gaming. In general, nothing too much going on in my life. The holiday's over. It's back to my regular work schedule for the next couple of months.
Complete.
Now, I am planning, tentatively, a trip down to Texas sometime in mid to late October or early November. And the reason for that is because that's when my dad has time available. And it's also not too unbearably hot down there at that time of year. And I'll finally have accrued enough vacation that I can actually take a whole 9 days to visit places like the USS Texas there in Houston. And after I get my fill there, I actually have time to make the trip down to Corpus Christi and see the USS Lexington. Now, I call this tentative plans because they aren't set in stone. No plane tickets or hotels have been booked. And it's entirely possible that we might simply amend our destination plans and pick some other location to go to. Although, given that it's the winter months, it's unlikely that we'll go to anywhere cold, like Boston or New Jersey. So that being said, if any of you are from Texas or have been to Texas, and you think that there's some other stuff that I might be able to squeeze in or is worth taking a look at on a week-long trip down to Texas, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll see if I might be able to squeeze it into an itinerary at some point in the future. My LEGO project, the UCS Millennium Falcon build that I've been doing, has been going well. Although I will confess, for those of you who do like to watch these videos, that the video progress is going to be somewhat incomplete, as there are going to be several steps that simply didn't get recorded. And they didn't get recorded for a couple of reasons. One, they're all the underside panels of this model, which you can't see realistically me putting on anyway, and there's not a lot of detail to them. And two, there were certain sections where I simply kept building when the phone, which I use for recording,
station engaged,
was charging or otherwise dead. However, that being said, there's more than enough footage, and once it's all sped up in the time-lapse, you're hardly going to notice the jumps in its progress, just based on how many sections of this model there were to build. So look forward to that video if you like, again, if you like watching those videos, to arrive on scene sometime this month, likely towards the end of the month, as we'll still have to pull all the footage off, condense it down, edit it, and put a lovely soundtrack to it. And finally, a little bit of channel news for you. For those of you who support me on Patreon, I'd like to say a big thank you. And starting soon here, I did a little bit of a test run this week, but starting soon, those of you who donate, who are in the $5 a month donation bracket or higher, will start receiving access, early access, to my World of Warships videos.
Construction complete.
Now, it's usually only going to give you about a 12 to 24 hour early preview access. Sometimes it might be more. But my goal here is to reward you guys for helping support the channel by giving you the link to the video early. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, and you're interested in watching my content early, I encourage you to head over to my Patreon page. Also, for my Patreon supporters, and possibly just in general, my YouTube subscribers here in the future, I'm thinking about doing an actual, probably iron-on patch, similar to the type of custom emblems that you can make in-game using the various patches and logos. And I'm thinking about having several hundred of them made with my preferred emblem on my preferred patch background, with Captain Rye simply underneath of it, either a dark red round circle or a dark red shield. If you're interested in that possibility of either purchasing one as merch from me, or getting one as a Patreon supporter, or just having one sent to you as a part of a giveaway or something like that, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you know of a place online or physical that has the ability to design and upload the design for patches, as I'll be looking to make some of those pretty soon here. And finally, now that I'm a community contributor with World of Warships,
enemy planet secured,
wargaming, provides me monthly giveaway codes for subscriber loot crates, subscriber camos, flag packs, and the like. They provide a limited number of these codes. I haven't requested them yet. Going forward, probably starting next month in August, though, I will be getting these codes, and I will be doing some sort of giveaway for my Patreon supporters and for my YouTube subscribers here, all you wonderful folks. So look forward to the possibility of upcoming giveaways for camos and flag packs in World of Warships. Now, if you're thinking this doesn't sound particularly interesting, let me tell you, though, that the subscriber camos are actually pretty damn good, especially if you're trying to grind through that ship, something like, say, the Izumo for the Yamato. You'll actually find that these camos really, really help, as they give a bonus to both regular XP and to Commander XP as well as all the standard camo perks of reduction in visibility and the reduced accuracy from enemy guns. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the Captain's Table. If you've got anything going on in your life, or you just want to comment on what's going on with my life, my channel, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Additionally, as mentioned, if you'd like to help support me in the channel by becoming a Patreon supporter, you can do so by visiting my Patreon link down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.